Good morning. Happy Tuesday. We're going to be teaching a live yoga class here. Some technical difficulties, but let's just dive right in. Hopefully you have your yoga mat set up. If you need any support, always bring that with you. Listen to your body. It's number one. Some things to look for when you're listening to your body is if you're stretching and it feels what I called yummy, that's a good thing. If you're pushing yourself a little bit past that and it still feels good, a little bit of shaking, that's great. If you're in a position where you're pushing yourself but you're absolutely uncomfortable, back it up a step. So something to look at here, for example, sorry about all the noise. I get started and everything starts. 2 seconds ago, nothing was happening. So for example, if I am in triangle pose, I am aligning my heel to my heel right here. Hips are squared open. For this pose, I'm gonna open up my arms into a T. I'm gonna reach forward. Then I am going to tilt my arms so that they're stacked on top of each other. Now in this pose, if you're like this and that doesn't feel good, then come back from really wanting to touch the ground to maybe pressing the back of your palm against your calf, and then just really open up that top shoulder, reach through your arm tips up. So it's not about touching the ground every time and getting into that handstand. It's simply about meeting where you are today, and one day, if you keep up with your practice, you will get there. So let's go ahead and start into the center of our mat. Travel yoga, this is what we experience, lots of noise and commotion. So bear with me here, you guys. Sit in the center of your mat, cross your legs for your most comfortable seated Sukhasana. If that feels good to you, maybe you want to place a blanket or a block or a bolster underneath your sit bones. Maybe remove that flesh from underneath. We are getting started for about 15-20 minutes. Go ahead and close your eyes. Exhale with a sigh. Inhale in through your nose into your low belly. Exhale, gently let go without truly forcing the breath to go as long or as short as you would like it to. Just simply breathe in through your nose, fill the belly. Exhale, belly towards spine. With each inhale, you're lifting the torso off your hips. With each exhale, you're relaxing the knees and hips. Maybe the shoulders as well, letting go of the grip of the jaw. Blink softly, open your eyes. Float your hands to your heart center here. As you set an intention, bowing your chin to your chest in gratitude. Perhaps the intention is to simply meet yourself where you are today. Perhaps the intention is to smile more. Another intention I like to set is call a loved one. Setting the intention in this morning and this time to call a loved one, by the end of the day or by the end of the week, you will achieve it. Continue to inhale through your nose into your low belly, pressing your fingertips and palms against each other. Belly towards spine as you rise the torso, untucking the hips from underneath, stacking the torso on top of your hips. Relax the shoulders, keeping your chin slightly tucked as you rise the gaze up. Go ahead and lift through the crown of your head, keeping a long neck. Gently being aware of your surroundings, looking around you, listening to the noise and tuning it out. Go ahead and open up your arms out into a T, palms facing the earth. Release them down on the earth. Press through your palms. Inhale your arms around and up. Interlace your fingers, flip them up. Stretch through the outsides of your arms. Go ahead and lean one way and then the other. kind of doing a sway wave. Go ahead and go side to side. Remember to exhale and then inhale. Gently, as you continue to work through the breath and with the breath, as you rise the breath from your belly into your low ribs, then you're going to hug your ribs toward your organs, and then exhale belly to spine. Keep lifting the torso. Ever so gently begin to sway those arms out in front of you as you continue to move side to side, lubricating the spine, giving it gentle movements. Go ahead and open up your arms back out to a T, palms facing the earth. Release everything down as you press through your fingertips and palms. Go ahead and place your hands right behind your sacrum or sit bones. Fingertips facing you. Roll your shoulders back. Press your chest forward, giving the backs of your forearms a deep stretch here. Go ahead and gaze forward, slightly up. Relax the hips and knees. Inhale through your nose into your belly. Up the ribs, maybe into the chest. Exhale, chest, and then ribs, and then belly. Go ahead and curl your spine as you tuck your tail under. Bring your hands to your knees. Tuck your chin toward your chest. Inhale as you press through your chest forward. Gaze up. Sweeping your chin. Follow that trend or that, I would call it a highway. And then exhale. Curl your spine. Chin toward chest. Press your scapulas down and forward. Belly toward spine. Go ahead and grab your spider fingers. If you take my classes, you know now. Tips of your fingers on the ground. Go ahead and lean over to the right side. Walk those spider fingers, wrapping around your right knee, and then inhale your torso. Elongate the spine. Gaze out in front of you. Find a drishti point or something that's not moving for focus. As you inhale through your nose into your belly, up the ribs and chest, expand the clavicles. Exhale, chest, ribs and belly. Spider fingers walking through center, wrapping around your left knee. Inhale as you elongate your torso or spine. Gazing slightly out in front of you. Find a drishti point, something that's not moving. Exhale, belly to spine as you inhale through your nose into your belly, up the ribs, expand the clavicles and into the chest. Ever so gently as you bow forward, if available to you, grab a couple of blocks, place them underneath your forearms, or come onto your forearms on the earth. Your spine is going to round just slightly, not too much. If it's super rounded, again, take it a step back. Maybe come onto your hands. Make sure that your hips don't lift off the earth. Keep them bolted to the ground. Ever so gently inhale, rise it up, and then exhale, coming forward and down. Lead with your heart. Keep your chin slightly tucked for a long neck. Gaze forward instead of down. Always find you a drishti point, something that's not moving, a dot out ahead for focus. Inhale as you rise it up. Go ahead and extend your left leg out, and then hug the sole of your right foot into your thigh. Then roll yourself forward, allowing your left extended thigh to roll out. And then grab your calf and roll it in. Okay? Kind of weird. And press through your heel, toes facing the sky. Inhale, both of your arms up, palms facing one another. Exhale, open it up into goddess pose. Inhale here. Plant your hands behind you, fingertips facing away from you. Rise through your chest. Gaze is up toward the sky or the ceiling, wherever you are today. Exhale, bring your hands out in front of you forward, and then gently walk those spider fingers over to the extended leg. Wrapping your hands around the leg, go ahead and inhale, extend the torso. Exhale, hinge at your hip, lean forward and down, keeping your toes active. Inhale as you rise it up, and then go ahead and extend the right leg out as you fold the left sole of your foot into your thigh here. One more time, remove the flesh from underneath your sit bones if necessary. And then go ahead and roll out your thigh out, away from midline. And then roll your calf in toward midline, keeping your toes active. Remember, each side is different. Don't get too caught up. Just accept where you are today as you inhale, your arms, palms facing up toward the sky and the palms facing one another. Go ahead and open it up toward goddess pose or cactus. Plant your hands behind you, fingertips facing away from you. Lift through your chest as you inhale, gaze up toward the sky. Everything is active here. And then go ahead and exhale as you bring your spider fingers out in front of you. Go ahead and inhale, elongate the torso, and then walk your fingertips to wrap around your extended leg. Toes are still active. Inhale one more time, reach through the crown of your head. As you exhale, lead with your heart, come forward and down. Relax the knees. On another inhale, go ahead and rise it up, walk it up, and then fold your knees over to the side as you come onto all fours for tabletop. Gazing down at your knees, plant your knees below your hips, adjust your wrists below your shoulders, and then go ahead and curl your toes under, and then sink your hips toward your heels. As your arms extend, allow them to trace out forward even deeper for a shoulder stretch. Without resting your forehead on the mat, just go ahead and gaze slightly forward or down underneath your nose. Keep breathing here. When you're following inhale, go ahead and come back to all fours, wrists below the shoulders. Tops of your feet are on the mat. Press through your big toes and your heels come toward midline. Tuck the belly toward the spine as you inhale. Drop the belly. As you inhale, look up. Press your shoulders, your chest, forward. And then as you exhale, tuck your chin toward your chest, belly towards spine, tuck the tail. One more time as you inhale, drop the belly, inhale, look up, press your chest forward. And then exhale, belly towards spine, chin toward chest, curl the back. One more time, inhale as you drop the belly, look up, and then press your chest forward. Curl your toes under, and go ahead and curl your spine, chin toward chest. Sink your hips towards your heels, resting your forehead onto the mat. allowing your hands to spread wide, middle fingers facing forward. On an inhale, look up at your hands. Adjust that your middle fingers are facing forward. Come up through a tabletop. Lift your knees off the ground. Hover for a breath. Belly towards spine. Tuck it up. Come on, guys. And then exhale. Press your hips up and back for your first downward facing dog and only of this class. Spread your toes wide so that the outer edges of your feet are parallel to the outer edges of the mat. Roll your shoulders outward away from midline. And then go ahead and press your shoulders and hands away from the earth. Lift the hips a little bit higher. Now lifting the chest back, you're going to press your belly button back towards your spine. You feel the difference. On an inhale, look up at your hands. Keep pressing away from the earth. Engage the kneecaps to come up. And then exhale, relax it all. You're engaged. You are here, but you are relaxed. On another inhale, look up at your hands. Step your right foot forward in between your hands. Back thigh rolls in toward midline. Right knee is above the right ankle. Inhale your torso up. Bring your hands to your hips. Pull your right hip back. Left hip pulls forward. Your hips are square to the frontage of your mat. If available to you, you can stay where you are or inhale your arms up for crescent pose. On another inhale, lift your torso off your hips, belly towards spine. Stay with it. Looking down just with your eyes, see if you can gaze at your pinky toe from inside of your knee. If you cannot, open your knee toward the outer edge of your mat, just another inch. On an exhale, go ahead and open up toward goddess pose. Plant your hands onto your hips, or option to interlace your hands behind your back. Lift through your torso. Keep the front knee open. Exhale, cartwheel your hands forward. Plant them onto the mat. Step your right foot back, top of a plank. Release your knees onto the earth. Exhale, elbows toward your ribs, coming forward and down. Lead with your heart onto your chin. Hovering slightly off the ground, bring your belly to the earth. Rise your shoulders back. Tops of your feet are on the mat. Exhale to a child's pose here. Catch your breath. On an inhale, look up at your hands, adjust your hands, middle fingers facing forward, fingers are spread wide. Rise through that tabletop, curl your toes under. I totally lied. We're going back to a downward dog, top of a plank. Press your hips up and back, downward facing dog. On an inhale, looking up at your hands, step your left foot forward in between your hands. Back right thigh rolls in toward midline. Front left knee is above left ankle. Rise your torso on an inhale. Plant your hands onto your hips. Pull the right hip forward, left hip back. Lengthen through the back leg if available to you. Tug the belly toward the spine. Lift the torso. Inhale. As an option, your arms up, palms facing each other. See if you can gaze down just with your eyes. Peek at your pinky toe. If you cannot see it, open that knee out to the outside edge of your mat a little bit more. Sink your hips to the earth, belly towards spine. Lift the torso. Exhale. One more time, and then inhale as you open up your arms into goddess pose. Press your chest forward. And then exhale. exhale option, plant your hands onto your hips or interlace your fingers behind your back. Lift through your torso here. Keeping the back thigh rolled in toward midline. Left hip comes back, right hip goes forward. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the mat. Step your left foot back, top of a plank. Go ahead and release your knees onto the earth. Elbows hug towards your ribs, coming forward and down. Chaturanga Dandasana, tops of your feet come onto the mat. Inhale for cobra. Press your shoulders back. Exhale for child's pose. Really breathe here into your low back. One more inhale and exhale. On an inhale, rise your head, looking up at your hands. Come through that tabletop and then extend your feet back behind you for a top of a plank. And then roll over to one side as you come onto your bottoms. Haven't done boat pose in a while. Go ahead and balance onto your sacrum. You can place your hands behind you and press your shoulders up. Nice long torso. You can lift one foot and then the other. You can go both feet at the same time at a 90-degree angle. Or if you're a little more advanced and you want a challenge, you can, go full legs out. You can keep the legs bent with your arms out by your sides in front of you. I'm gonna leave this part up to you. Everyone's at a different hip strength level. Go ahead and tuck the belly back towards your spine. Lift the chest. Keeping the chest lifted, which is one of the biggest challenges. Know that and be okay with that. Everyone struggles with it. See if you're on one leg and then the other. If you can extend the leg out in front. If you're only keeping it bent, or honestly, I've had students that can only do like a couple of inches off the ground, one at a time. You guys, that's where you are today, and that's a great place to be. You're on your mat. Half the time we aren't, so give yourself credit for showing up. From where you are, exhale, belly towards spine, lift the torso again. You can hold your legs, you can bring your arms out in front of you. Go ahead and hug your knees in. Give yourself a big wrap right here and then rest one cheek onto your knees. Just really give yourself a cradle love. Give your knees the attention they require. On another inhale, I want you to extend both of your legs out to the corners of your mat, and then you're gonna come onto your forearms back behind you. See that your elbows are in line with your shoulders, your forearms. Fingertips are spread wide onto the mat. Now from here, I want you to pull your hips toward your, shoulders, and then walk your heels to be in a line in toward midline, right out in front of you, feet together. Hug your belly button back towards your spine as if you are flexing your core, and then press your chest up toward the sky. You're gonna feel a yummy stretch on the front ends of your shoulders. Exhale, relax. Relax everything, even your ankles. On an inhale, go ahead and bring your feet together. Toes, Barbie toes. Bring your chest up for the sky. Gaze is up as well. Keeping your head kind of in alignment with your spine as much as possible. And then exhale, relax everything. Now right here, I want you to very gently open up your elbows to the sides as you begin to melt your entire back onto Mother Earth. Don't get too comfortable. For another breath here, hug your left knee in toward your heart. Give it a nice tuck with your hands. I want you to engage your right gluteus maximus. Your left knee is on your heart or chest. And then go ahead and gently release it down. Now bring your right knee in toward your heart or chest. Give it a nice tuck with your hands. And then engage the left gluteus maximus, keeping your toes active. Feel that vibration, feel that activeness, that presence that is within you in this moment. Go ahead and gently release the right leg down. Open up your ankles to the edges of your mat. Relax. Relax the hips. If you need to make any adjustments for your back, maybe you want to open up your back a little bit more, go ahead and do so, walking your scapulas outward so that your back is in almost or full contact with the earth. Open up your arms by your sides, palms facing the sky. Take a breath here. Ever so gently let go of the grip of the jaw, the muscles around your eyes. Relax the shoulders and let your wrists melt into the earth. Let go of the breath. Take as many full deep breaths or as shallow breaths as you require. Your arms over above you like that morning sunrise. Folding your knees and bringing them to one side. I like to choose the right side in the fetal pose. Taking this moment in time to thank yourself for showing up once again, giving your body the maintenance it requires of you. Keeping your eyes closed as much as possible. Using all your mighty strength to push yourself up into your most comfortable seated Sukhasana. Coming back to that intention that you set in the beginning of class. Few that I threw out there were to smile more, call a loved one, or to be here and be present. I want you to remember your intention and take that with you for the rest of the day. or the rest of the week and make sure that you just check off that little box that tells you if you did this today or this week, you have accomplished this one thing in your life that made you feel better, that brought you wholeness, that truly brought you light and joy. Floating your hands to your heart center, bowing your chin to your chest in gratitude. Please continue to join my classes. Send me requests for anything that you might want to work on specifically. Share with a friend, bring them to your classes, do them together at the comfort of where you are. This is Travel Yoga avec Miz Ruba Yogi, con Miz Ruba Yogi, or with Miz Ruba Yogi. Thank you so much for letting me guide you through this practice of yoga. I want you to float your hands to your head for your thoughts, hands to your lips for your words, hands to your heart for your intention. May everything be in alignment as one. Bowing your head to the earth for the ego to be 10 feet below the earth. Do not let ego drive you or pride. Stay humble, friends. You may rise your head, blink softly, open your eyes. Good job. Enjoy the rest of this wonderful Tuesday. It is bright and shining. That actually was a 30-minute class, you guys. Sorry it went a little longer than I said it would. I'll note that onto the heading. And enjoy this day. Thanks so much.